Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
What shall we do? Should we? Most of the students are here. Yeah, just wait. I'll share the slides. Let me share the syllabus with you. Then we will see where we are. Yes, I hope now you can see the syllabus. Okay, could you please check whether we have done unit 1? Yes. What can you tell? Introduction we have completed. Relationship between sociology and education, I think we did. And then meaning and nature of education, sociology also we completed. So what about 1.4?
No, madam, you already covered deviance in education.
Sorry, meaning and nature of, sorry, I did not get what you told. Could you please repeat it?
Madam, we have to do 1.4 Sociology of Education.
Okay, very good. We'll start with that. That's what I wanted to check. Yeah, let me. Okay, we'll start it. Let me share it. Okay, so hope you can see it now. So this is what we are going to do today. Topic number 1.4, Sociology of Education. Under that, there are 5 subtopics. Social interaction in the classroom, teacher-student relationship, teacher-pupil relationship. You may be wondering, but we'll verify it. Working consensus, peer group, and student subculture. Okay, so this is somewhat heavy. Okay, yeah, we'll see what this is. Simply read it. Okay. When you finish reading, let me know. Okay, so our topic is, sociology of education. So, sociology of education focuses on micro-social aspect of education. Okay, so if you cannot understand what micro, opposite of micro is macro. Okay, examining the interaction and relationship within the school environment. Okay, this is what you should understand. Sociology of education, we are not going to study about society. We are going to study school environment. That's what you have to understand. It moves beyond macro level analysis of social structures. Now let me explain you. Okay, so then we are going to micro sociological aspect. Micro means small. Macro means bigger. So micro social aspect of education, that's what we are going to study. And there is another one called macro sociological aspect of education. Under that, we are going beyond the classroom. Check whether it is clear to you. Get the idea into your mind.
Yes, madam.
Hari, got, okay. Okay, so we are with the topic number 1.4.1, social interaction in the classroom. Okay, just get some idea. Okay, when you finish reading, let me know.
Okay, madam.
Yeah, okay. Social interaction refers to the way. Okay, so normally when we see the word social interaction, we may feel it's a broad area, true. But when it comes to the field of education, social interaction refers to the way how individuals communicate and relate to one another in the classroom setting. Okay, we are not going out of the classroom setting. And this communication, this interaction includes verbal and non-verbal communication. I hope you are aware we are having two types of communication. One is verbal, other one is non-verbal. Sometimes non-verbal communication is more powerful than verbal communication. Okay. Social interactions, when we think about social interactions in the classroom, it's a multifaceted concept. That means multi means many. Okay, there are many aspects, concepts attached to social interactions in the classroom. So it's not simple. Okay, it's not just talking or exchanging words. It has a huge meaning. So it encompasses means it covers the entire spectrum of how individuals within the educational setting communicate, relate, and influence one another. It's not something simple as we think. It's a huge process actually, which encompasses the entire spectrum of how individuals within the educational setting, that means maybe within the classroom, communicate, relate, and influence one another. Okay, that is the basic idea. You'll see. If you have a doubt, you can ask or else you can put a message. Yeah, okay, just read.
Okay, ma'am.
Hi, okay. So, social interaction is an important component of learning because social interactions mold students' experiences, influences, and their engagement. Okay, and it contributes to the development of social skill. Okay, whatever we study, at last we are a social animal. So we may be having very high qualifications, degree, masters, PhD, whatever it is, at last we are a part of a communication. So social skills are very, very important than subject matters actually. Okay, because of social interactions within the classroom, the students will develop social skills. See the examples. Student-teacher interaction. That is one type of interaction within the classroom. You know, the teacher is asking questions, teacher provides feedback, and teacher make the students engage in discussions, or else teacher herself will engage in discussions. And then student-student interaction is there. Okay, that means students are working in pair, working in groups, and they are doing projects together. Okay, and the peer tutoring means clever students will make the weaker students aware. And then non-verbal communication. So body language, facial expressions, seating arrangements, and all these things are coming under non-verbal communication. They convey messages and influence the classroom atmosphere. Okay, non-verbal communication is also an integral part of classroom setting actually. Then classroom discourse. The patterns of communication and language use that shape the learning process. Okay, for an example, I will give this as an example. Good morning, children. Good morning, teacher. So they are very common in each and every classroom in the world. As soon as the teacher enters the classroom, a teacher will say, good morning, children. Good evening, sorry, good afternoon, children, just like that. So students also will repeat it. And then in Sri Lankan classroom context, actually, may I go to the toilet, teacher? So that is exactly coming under classroom discourse, the communication and language use in the classroom. Hope it is clear to you. Okay, read this also. I do not switch on the video because I'm fully sick actually. And there is a huge viral flu these days. We can't even sit properly. Okay. Core components of social interactions in the classroom. Core component means basic main components. Verbal and non-verbal communication. So they are there in classroom and in classroom interaction. Okay, so under verbal and non-verbal communication, there comes everything from formal lectures and discussion to casual conversations and subtle body language. That means how teachers and students talk, speak, and their tone of voice. You know what tone means? Tone means raising the voice up and down. So sometimes when we talk, we raise our voice. Sometimes we lower down our voice. That is intonation. And facial expressions, gestures. And you know, we people, just to say yes, we nod the head down. And just to say no, we nod the head sideways. Okay, but there are countries who in which the people do the opposite. That means just to say yes, they will nod the head sideways. Just to say no, they will put they will bow the head vertically. Okay, facial expressions, gestures, and even their physical proximity. Physical proximity means how close they are physically. All contribute to the overall social interactions. And all these things affect social interactions. We'll see. Okay, did you read this?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Teacher-student interactions, because the classroom in a classroom there are students and a teacher or teachers. So interactions between teacher and student, it's a very strong one, and that is highly important in classroom setting. Okay, the teacher's role, you have a proper idea about teacher's role. Teacher is conveying information, providing feedback. Teacher manages the behavior of students, and teacher offers support. Okay, that is the role of the teacher. And the quality of these interactions significantly impacts students' motivation, engagement, and academic achievement. Okay, if the teacher is interacting negatively with the students will be demotivated, student will not engage in studies, and students' academic achievement will be very low. But if the teacher is positively interact with the students will be highly motivated, student will engage in activities, and students will achieve academic achievement. Okay, so here you can understand teacher-student relationship is very, very important in classroom interaction. Okay, Hope it is clear to you. Here, teacher-student interactions. Now we are going to talk about student-student interaction. See what it is. Okay, we'll
Okay, ma'am.
see. Yeah, student-student interactions. So earlier we were talking about teacher-student or else student-teacher interaction. Now student-student interactions. That is also highly important inside the classroom. The students should interact each other. So then actually the teacher can encourage positive student-student interactions. That can be done through collaborative learning activities, group discussions, and informal social exchanges. But unlike in the past, now even the teachers are encouraged to go for communicative language teaching. That means individual learning is no more accepted in the process of education. So collaboratively, all the students should study, learn together. So teachers are always encouraging collaborative learning activities. So they are the activities that cannot be performed alone. To complete the activity, the students, they have to get together. And group discussions and informal social exchange. These interactions foster social skill. Okay, when student-student interaction becomes very positive, that will develop social skills. And students will know cooperation, working together. And as a whole, it will contribute to the development of a sense of belonging. If I explain it further, so when there is a positive student-student interactions, they may not feel that they are alone. So they have a feeling of belonging. So the students, they feel I am not alone. I am with my friends. And when a task is completed also, students will not feel bad. They may not feel alone, because just imagine all the students are not equally talented. There are very clever students. There are medium level students, and there are very weaker students. Okay, but when the task is given individually, the weaker students will be isolated. They cannot understand, they cannot do the task. But when they are put into groups, there are clever students, the cleverest students and weaker ones. So they are learning and they are doing the task together. So even the weaker one will not feel they are isolated. They are in the task. Yeah, so student-student interaction is highly important. We cannot say that even it is secondary to the student-teacher relationship. Both are equally important. If you did not understand or if anything is not clear, you have to put a message or else directly you can talk.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see classroom dynamics. We'll take it as classroom environment. Uh, overall, social atmosphere of the classroom. So that is the meaning of dynamics. Classroom dynamics means overall social atmosphere of the classroom. And this social atmosphere of the classroom is shaped by the interaction of all its members. So who are the members? Teachers and students. So they are interaction, teacher-student interactions, student-student interaction. Okay, that is highly important. It decides what type of social atmosphere is there in the classroom. Okay, so there are certain factors which affect this. Classroom norms. So there are classroom norms. For an example, just imagine 7:30 the class starts, or we'll say it is 8. So there is a norm. If you are late to the class by 8:30, so that means after 8:30 you can't enter the classroom. That's the norm. So then there can be different norms formed by the teacher, formed by the student, and then every week the rows should change. Those who are in the front row will go to the back row, and just like that. Classroom norms, there are rules, routines. So then maybe by 10:30 the tea break, 12:30 lunch break. That may be different times, okay? Routines are there, and power dynamics play a crucial role. The class teacher may be the most powerful person, and then there are monitors, class representatives, they are also having some power. Okay, just like that. Power dynamics play a crucial role in shaping classroom environment, classroom atmosphere. So then all the students should adjust themselves to the classroom atmosphere. Okay, so that's why the teachers appoint monitors or class representatives. Rep means. Okay, all the other students are represented by the class rep. Okay, so the class rep is having a power actually. Okay, that is classroom dynamics. We'll see.
Okay, madam.
Okay, we'll understand social and emotional learning, SEL, social and emotional learning. Okay, social interaction, that's what we are talking. That means interactions between students and teacher, interactions between students and another student, just like that. That is directly linked to social and emotional learning. Okay, so then the social and emotional learning involves the development of skills. These skills are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. Because of this social interaction within the classroom, the students will develop They are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making, and there can be many more. Positive social interaction provide opportunities for students to practice and develop these essential skills. Okay, so then until students enter social interaction in the classroom, they may not be having these skills properly. But after they started interacting with each other, interacting with the teacher, they will improve these skills. They are getting an opportunity to improve and practice these skills. Self-management. Just imagine when all the students come to the class by 7:30. If you are coming at different time, you will practice to come by 7:30.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. The significance of social interaction, that means significance is equal to importance. So social interaction is having a huge impact on learning. So for an example, collaborative learning, that means working together. It allows students to share ideas, challenge each other's thinking, and construct knowledge together. Okay, when students involved in collaborative learning, they will share their ideas. The students will not be selfish. They will be sharing their ideas, and then they will challenge others' thinking, because there will be different opinions. Okay, just imagine one student is thinking very limitedly in the group. After hearing what others are thinking, that may be a challenge for the students to develop his thinking. So in collaborative learning, the students together construct knowledge. Knowledge that they develop, it does not belong to one particular student. It is the result of a collective effort. Okay, at the same time, positive social interaction enhances student motivation, engagement, and creating a more conducive learning environment. The conducive learning environment means learning environment which is very helpful for learning. Okay, which is suitable for students. The conducive learning environment. Okay. social and emotional development. Okay, so now we know there are some important social skills. For an example, communication skill, skill to work cooperatively together, conflict resolution. So when there is a problem, the students they have to resolve it. Okay, so social interaction will help to improve these skills. And also positive social interaction contribute to a sense of belonging, self-esteem, and overall well-being. We have discussed this.
Okay, madam.
Yes. A formation of social identities. So students, they have to interact with teachers and other peer students. And when they interact, so they will develop a sense of their own social identity and learn how to navigate social situations. So when they continue this type of interactions, automatically they build up their own identity. Everyone is having his or her own identity. And also the students will learn how to navigate social situations. Okay, the classroom can be a place. Classroom is a place actually where students explore and express their identities. Okay, so then the next one is another important is preparation for future social interactions. Okay, so the skills the students learn through social interactions within the classroom is highly important for success in future social and professional setting. And that is also there. Okay, another topic. Factors influencing social interaction. Let me color it, otherwise it's not clear. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Yes. Factors influencing social interaction. Now remember, social interaction means the classroom environment, how teachers and students interact with each other. Classroom environment, the physical layout of the classroom. Don't know whether you have learned under classroom management, there are different types of arrangements. So that affects social interactions. So traditional classroom, they do not present a very good social interaction. So that is why there are different classroom arrangements: circle shape, half circle, the horse shoe shape, like that. There are different methods that affect. Then availability of the resources. The overall classroom climate can influence social interactions. There's no doubt. The overall classroom environment affects it. And then teachers' practices. So how teachers are giving instructions, what techniques they are using for classroom management, and communication style of the teacher. All these things significantly affect social interactions. If the teacher is very tough, the students will not involve in social interactions much. Okay. You see. Okay, students' characteristics. So then students' individual personalities, social skills, and cultural background, all these things influence students' interactions with others, teachers' interactions with others. Okay, here especially students. So then students may be having different personalities. Social skills may not be equal, and they may belong to different cultural backgrounds, and all these things affect their interactions with each other. Okay, then cultural context. So when the students are from different cultures, the different cultures are having cultural norms and values different, and that also will affect students and teachers' interactions with each other. Okay, I suppose it's clear to you. Okay, now let me show you what we were discussing. Otherwise, you will be deviated from what we are doing. Okay, so this is what we core components of social interactions in the classroom: verbal and non-verbal communication, teacher-students interaction, classroom dynamic, social and emotional learning. That's what we discussed. And then we discuss the significance of social interaction. Then we discuss factors influencing social interactions. Okay, now we are coming to this topic. Just see.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Teacher-student relationship. So this is just like the introduction. So we all understand that this relationship is very complex and multifaceted. And also this relationship is having a very important implication for students' academic, social, and emotional development. Okay, so it's something very important. We learn further roles and responsibilities.
Okay, madam.
Right, okay. Roles and responsibilities. Teachers as authority figure. Okay. So then, even in modern world, the teachers are having a authoritative figure or a position in the classroom. Okay, teacher is responsible for giving knowledge to the students, maintaining proper order of the classroom, and teacher should facilitate learning. Okay, so we are not conducting traditional classrooms now, but even then, the teacher is having a particular authority in the classroom. Teacher is the authoritative figure. And you can understand teacher's responsibility, uh, imparting knowledge, giving knowledge, maintaining order, facilitating learning. And then students as learners, they are also having responsibilities. So students, they should engage with the learning process and they have to follow instructions given by the teacher and actively participate in classroom activities. So that is highly needed. And then mutual respect. Okay, so then teachers should respect students and students should respect teachers. Okay, so this then only there will be a very healthy relationship between teacher and the students. Okay. We go to the other one. Communication and interaction. So effective communication is really important for proper effective communication is important for proper interactions. And effective communication builds positive relationship. So then between teacher and students, between students and other student. Okay, so for effective communication, these things are needed. Active listening. When one is talking, you have to listen to the person very well. Constructive feedback. So when you are giving feedback, when the teacher is giving feedback especially, it should be constructive, not destructive. And then respectful dialogue. The teacher should respect the student and the student should respect the teacher. So they should mutually respect each other. So that's very important for effective communication. And then teacher's communication style. Okay, that affects a lot. So according to the teacher's communication style, sometimes students will be discouraged. Sometimes students will be encouraged. Okay. So teacher's communication style should be something very positive. A teacher should be approachable. The student should feel comfortable to contact teacher. And then teacher should be very supportive, the role of a facilitator. An encouraging communication style. When students are interacting with the teacher should not discourage them. Teacher should encourage them. Okay, so then students' communication. So students should feel very comfortable to express their thoughts, and students should feel comfortable to ask questions, and students should feel comfortable to seek for clarifications. Okay, all these things what we discussed, they are needed for communication and interaction. Is this clear to you? And we know some students are afraid of asking questions from teachers, thinking that teacher will blame them or something like that. Okay, communication and interaction. See this power dynamics.
Madam, you missed that one.
Okay, what is this message? Done. Okay, is it done? You did not discuss the third factor. Yeah, yes, correct. I'm sorry. I don't know. The slides went so quickly. We discussed communication and interaction. We did not discuss emotional connection. Thanks. Okay, we'll discuss this. Yeah, just go through it. Did you read it?
Madam.
Okay, you just read it.
Okay, madam.
Yes, okay. So then emotional connection. Okay, so between teacher and students and among students, there should be some type of emotional bond, emotional connection. So teacher as a mentor and guide. Okay, teacher is playing the role of a teacher, but in addition to that, teacher can be a mentor and teacher can be a guide. Okay, so teacher is playing those roles also. So mentor means an instructor in simple way. So rather than being a teacher, teacher can be an instructor. Teacher can advise on students. Teacher can guide students. So teacher can give academic instructions plus instructions beyond the academic. So when students are having some personal problems, where the students talk with the teacher if they feel that teacher is very comfortable. And then teacher should provide guidance and support, personal and social development for them. Okay, then emotional support. The students may turn to teachers for emotional support, particularly during challenging times. A caring and empathetic teacher can make a significant difference in a student's well-being. Okay, so students can get an emotional support from the teacher when the teacher is a caring and empathetic teacher. Okay, that means teacher should understand students better. I suppose you know the meaning of empathy. Empathy means going to the level of the person and understand the situation. Okay, emotional support. And then positive reinforcement. That means positive feedback actually. So teacher should encourage, teacher should praise, and teacher should recognize the students. And also teachers can cheer up or boost students' confidence and motivation. Sometimes you might have seen about very talented teachers who highly encourage and boost students' confidence. So these students are thanking their teachers for the uh, for what they are today actually. Okay, of course there is an emotional connection between teacher and students. Okay, now power dynamics. Okay, so power environment, how power functions. Teachers inherently, that means teachers are having that by being a teacher, hold power in the classroom. Teacher is having a huge power in the classroom. That needs to be exercised responsibly and ethically. Okay, so even though teacher is having power, teacher cannot misuse it. Teacher has to use his or her power responsibly and ethically. Then students empowerment. The positive teacher-student relationship involves empowering students, encouraging students to be. Okay, I hope you know the meaning of empower. That means the teachers are encouraging students actually. It's a kind of encouragement. The teacher should be behind students, encouraging. Okay, so then the teacher should find the correct balance between authority and empowerment. Okay, teacher is very authoritative. At the same time, teacher should empower students. Teacher should encourage students. And for that, teacher should find the balance between authority and empowerment. So then teacher cannot encourage students forgetting her power. So teacher has to maintain both. Is crucial for creating a supportive and productive learning environment. So that's why normally we say teachers can be close to the student, but with the limit. So when the teacher is exceeding the limit, teacher cannot play the role of a teacher properly. So that's why teacher should have where I should stop. So where is my limit, like that. Okay, is this clear to you, power dynamics? The teacher is having power, that's true, but teacher should know how to use it. Okay, next one. Okay, did you finish reading? Yes, you have sent. Yeah, wait. Okay, okay, we'll see. Individualized attention. So then teacher should be having this broad understanding that each student is unique. In other words, each student is different from another student, each other. They are having different learning style, different capacity, strength, and the challenges they have, they are different. So teachers, they should try to provide individualized attention to meet these diverse needs. It's not an easy task. It's very difficult. But rather than providing attention equally to everyone, teacher should try to provide individualized attention. Okay, because all the students are not same. With that awareness only, teacher should deal with the students. And teacher can use differentiated instructions. Rather than giving instructions the same way to the all students, teacher can change way of instruction. Okay, then that will cater the need of different students. Okay, so there are visual learners, there are auditory learners, there are kinesthetic learners. Okay, so then a teacher should remember that. So if the teacher is giving instructions verbally only, so what will happen to auditory, visual learners? Okay, just like that, teacher has to think of all the learners. And then creating a sense of belonging. That means if there are 50 students, teacher should know all of them are having a right to feel that they are valuable. Okay, so teacher should make students feel that they are valuable. Okay, the teacher should not deal with only with few students who are clever. Even the weakest student is valuable inside in the classroom. That student should feel that. Okay, hope it is clear. If it is not clear, just put a message. I don't worry who is sending the message. Okay, so factors influencing teacher-student relationship. You see.
Okay, madam.
Okay, we'll understand factors influencing the teacher-student relationship. So these factors you can easily understand teacher's personality and belief. And teachers are also different from one another. All the teachers are not same, just like all the students are not same. So teachers may be having different personality, the personal qualities. The teachers may be having different teaching philosophy. And some teachers, they torture students. And they think that when students are learning, they should learn with difficulties. Some teachers, they want students to learn in a very light way, enjoying. And expectations are different and they affect the relationship between a teacher student. Some teachers, they think I should not be close with the students, that will damage my image. And some teachers, they become very close to the students. So there are teachers having different personality and beliefs. And students' personality and background also affect this relationship. Students' characteristics, students' family background, cultural experiences, all these things affect. And maybe some students, they freely talk with the teacher. Some children, they are not that comfortable to talk to a teacher. Okay, there are things like that. A classroom climate, that means overall atmosphere of the classroom. The trust, respect, support. Okay, these things play a crucial role. The trust, that means the teacher should trust students, students should trust teachers, the students should trust each other. And support is also like that. So according to these things, how they function in the classroom, the teacher-student relationship will build up. So students should feel comfortable to discuss anything with the teacher. And students should be sure that teacher will not discuss the matter with other students and other teachers. And also the school culture. Okay, so the leadership, maybe the principal, the policies, the values, and all these things can impact on teacher-student relationship. And in the syllabus which I received, this is the teacher-pupil relationship. And we were discussing about teacher-student relationship. I don't know why it is there, but actually teacher-student relationship and teacher-pupil relationship both are same. So we are not going to discuss 4.4.3, 1.4.3. Okay, working consensus.
Okay, madam.
Harry, okay. Working consensus. Hope you got the idea. It refers to the context of the classroom. Context of the classroom means there are certain unspoken agreement between teacher and students. So they are very important to the proper function of the classroom. So they are not rules. So they are not rules enforced by the teacher or the principal or the school. It's these unspoken agreements are through proper understanding, shared understanding okay, of norms, expectation, and behaviors. Okay, so these things are really needed for productive learning environment. Okay, for an example, unspoken agreements. So when the lesson is over, the students will go out of the classroom until the teacher goes out. Okay, there are some unspoken agreement. So when teacher enters the classroom, all the students will be silent. All the students will stand up. Okay, so these are unspoken agreement. They are called working consensus. You see. Okay, so we'll understand these key elements of working consensus. Establish norms. Okay, unspoken rules. So then these are unwritten codes that we discussed in the earlier slide also. So then these codes of conduct governs behavior in the classroom. Okay, so here see how to handle disagreement. They might include things like how to ask questions. There is a way that a student should ask questions, and while the teacher is explaining, the students will not ask questions. When the time is given, they can ask questions. Okay, so then handling disagreement. So when student is not ready to accept what teacher is telling, that is there is a disagreement, so there is a way that they can deal it. Okay, expectations. Both teachers and students have expectations about how they should behave and how others will behave. And these norms about behavior, how they should behave, is not clearly given. in written. So they are actually established norms. Okay, next one. Okay, here one is expectations, routines, and rituals. Okay, routines and rituals. Regular routines and rituals like how the class starts or the procedure for handing in work. Okay, all these things are there. But these routines and rituals, they have not been written anywhere. They are not rules, but they are things that that are followed actually. So they are considered under working consensus. Okay. Shared understanding. So in working consensus, the working is often implicit. Implicit means it's not very clear actually. Meaning it's not formally written down nor discussed. That is what we discuss. It is through shared understanding. So then this working consensus occurs through shared understanding. Then the mutual expectations. Teachers and students have sense of what is expected of them and what they can expect from others. So students know what they expect from teachers. Teachers know what they can expect from students. So that is a mutual expectation. Okay, so then here flexibility. Highlight it also. Wait. This one. The flexibility. Okay, so then working consensus, it's very flexible. It's not something rigid. So if needed, it can be changed actually. Okay. This working consensus helps to maintain order and cooperation. Okay, so a working consensus, which is through understanding, it prevents disruptions. Okay, so it prevents disruptions. So then it facilitates smooth interactions. Okay, so then working consensus facilitate smooth interactions without any problem. I will quickly do promoting collaboration. When everyone is aware of how the class functions, it's very easy to together and work together and achieve shared goals. That is something very clear. Okay, so this is what we did now. We can discuss about working consensus. That means there are certain unspoken agreement inside the classroom. And then we discuss key elements, established norms, shared understanding, maintaining order and cooperation, just like that. Okay, now we are going to talk about the role of the teacher. Yes, the role of the teacher, the modeling behavior. Okay, so the role of the teacher, the teachers play a crucial role in establishing and maintaining the working consensus. So teachers contribute a lot to working consensus. Okay, so then working consensus, it refers to unwritten norms in practice inside the classroom. Then setting the tone. The teacher's attitudes and approach directly affect classroom climate. So whether the teacher is respectful, fair, and consistent helps to create positive and cooperative atmosphere. Okay, the atmosphere of the classroom is affected by the teacher. These are known things.
Okay, madam.
Okay, addressing violations. So then when the working consensus is violated, the teacher needs to address the situation constructively. So then by this time you have an idea about working consensus. So there are certain traditions, certain things followed in the classroom, but they were not written anywhere. So, but sometimes the students will violate them. So, in that time, the teacher should explain them constructively. Okay, so when teacher is explaining, the student should understand the consequence of their actions. Okay, role of students. So then to work in consensus, the teachers are having a role. The same way students are also having a role. See what it is. Yes, the role of students towards working consensus. Okay, so students observe the teacher and others, and then they also contribute following them to working consensus. Okay, so sometimes when they join the class, they may be having different behaviors, but observing teachers and other students, they build up the norms and expectations which suits the classroom environment. And then contributing to the consensus, students contribute to the working consensus through their interactions and feedback. Okay, that is.
Okay, madam.
Yeah, okay. Taking responsibility. So then students share the responsibility for maintaining the working consensus. Okay, the students, they should share responsibility. Then only they can contribute. One way that they can contribute to shared consciousness. Okay. Why working consensus matters? What is this message? Okay, wait. I will share this to the chat box. Yeah, wait. Yeah, meanwhile, you can read this. I have to save it as a PDF. Then only I can share it in the chat box. Yeah, you just continue reading. Last week also, I think I put it into the chat box. Today also I'll put it. Okay, I shared it. Check whether you got it. Why working consensus matters? It creates a sense of order. The classroom functions very smoothly in an order. So then it promotes cooperation. So when I share, you can read it later. I will quickly do this. And it enhances learning. It develops learning. And it contributes to a sense of community inside the classroom. They may feel they all belong to the same community. Okay. Then another topic, peer group and student subculture. Yeah, see. Yes, peer group and student subculture. So then when we think of a class, you can think where how you behave when you are schooling. The peer groups are social groups formed by students. So if there are 50 students, all the students cannot associate all the students equally. So there are some cliques, groups. So then the peer groups actually, they are having similar age, similar interest, similar social status, or any other commonalities, common qualities. Okay, these groups give a sense of community and belonging within the larger school environment. Okay, so now when I am describing this, you may remember your school peer group in which you were a member. Okay, so then you were together because your thinking, interest, they were all same. Yes, function, socialization. Peer groups play a crucial role in socializing students. So the students are very comfortable in these peer groups. So then within the group, they learn how to interact with others. Okay, though many more things they learn. Then identity formation. So peer groups help students to define their own identities and understand their place within the social hierarchy of the school. Okay. Okay. Peer groups support and they have a feeling of belonging because of peer group. I'm a member of this peer group. Is this message? 1.3, I did not share it with you. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, give me 1 minute. 1.3, what is 1.3? 1.3. Yeah, let me. Sorry, wait. I'm going to share 1.3. Point 3. Wait, I put it into chat box where we were towards somewhere here. Not here. We discussed this support and building. I think this is the place where we talk. And let me share. And unit 3 also I shared. Check unit 1.3, 1.4. Okay, so if other students are unable to get it downloaded here, those who got it downloaded can share it in a group. Your personal groups are there, I suppose.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay, welcome. So influence on behavior, peer groups, they are very powerful and they have a huge influence on students' behavior, sometimes positive and negative. Okay, just imagine there is a peer group of students, they are doing bad things, negative influence, and they are doing something very good. Then there is a positive influence. Okay, so it's a very known factor. Peer groups are having influence on students. Those the influence may be positive or negative. Okay, the student subcultures, they are small groups within the larger student body. Okay, so then for an example, there are different subcultures. They are part of the society. Actually, so university. The university students are having different subculture. And then school children, they are having another subculture, just like that. The same thing which we discussed. These subcultures are also having norms and values, shared identity. So their own social hierarchy. And even within a subculture, some students may be dominating. The subcultures are also having some influence on educational achievement, but this influence may be positive or negative. Both can be. So I am just skipping these things because when you read them quickly, you can understand. So examples of student subcultures: academic achievers, so then the students who focus on academic success, they are a subculture. Then athletes, those who are doing sports, they are having another subculture. Those who are artists and musicians, they are having another subculture. Social butterflies, that means the students who are highly social and often involved in variety of extracurricular activities, they are called social butterflies. Then gamers, so then some students, they like video games and all these things. So once again, we can discuss the impact of peer groups and subculture. Some impacts are positive. So they motivate academic achievement, academic work, diverse perspective. So then if as a students, if you are having access to different subcultures, it will broaden your perspectives and understanding rather than limiting to one subculture. Okay, there are negative aspects of subculture: peer pressure. Okay, certain subcultures will give pressure on students. They may force students to do certain things. Okay, sometimes the students, some students, they feel they do not belong to any subculture. It's just like a social exclusion. Okay, conflicts can be there between different peer groups, and bullying, but bullying, those things also can be there. Okay. That's what I wanted to finish it quickly. If anything is not clear, you can just ask. Anything in the sense what we did towards the end, or let me show you the topics. Okay, so this is what we did. See whether sociology of education, social interactions in the classroom. So here we understood social interactions means it is limited to the classroom environment. And then we discussed teacher-students relationship. And teacher-pupil relationship we did not discuss because that is the same. So then we discuss working consensus. That means there are some unwritten traditional things followed in the class. classroom, they are not properly written, or they are not rules actually, but still teachers and students, they follow. And then finally we discuss about peer groups and student subculture. So these are very practical topics. Are they clear to you? If you have questions, you can ask. Yes? Are they clear to you, the lesson?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so if it is clear, shall we wind up the session for today?
Okay, madam.
Okay, then with this we will stop for today. Have a nice time. Good night.
Good night, madam. Get well soon, madam.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Good night.
Okay, good night.